Who wants Oscar here?
All right, we're recording. So now we can talk about movies and
Somebody should call Amy and Oscar and tell them to get on.
Amy, Allison.
Allison, sorry. There is an Amy, but it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Allison, if she was home, she would.
You don't think she's home?
Now,
Yeah,
How is
so
everybody doing?
getting back to the Frankenstein movie, it looked really interesting.
ah,
The book was the novel, Mary Shelley's novel was written in 1818, and this movie takes place in 1853, so they took some liberties.
I remember when my kids were young, we looked at all the old school Frankenstein, Mummy, and Dracula, and all those old black and white ones.
Yeah, those were great.
Those were great, but of course, my kids were like, "This is so lame, Dad." I'm like, "You, you, you uncultured swine," you
How
know.
old, how old, how old was the kid?
So they were, let's see, they were 15, 13, and 11.
I'll bet you if they saw him today or like 10 years from now, they'd have a different viewpoint.
I think so too. Yeah.
Especially because uh, you know that the set what the set was somebody had owned the set and he had it stored away. And when Mel Brooks was doing Young Frankenstein, he found out, and they actually got a hold of the original set, and they used it in the movie Young Frankenstein.
Wow.
Now that would be
That,
trivia to tell them
that
to,
that's a great trivia.
yeah,
And Young Frankenstein is such a hilarious movie. That is an all-time classic.
he was definitely on a roll then.
Man, he was. Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, Blazing Saddles. That's.
They have to bleep that now when they put it on, made for TV presentation.
Oh, which part? The farting part?
No, I just some of the language, I guess.
Huh.
I don't know. I didn't see the bleeped version, but that's something I had read about it. But
Doesn't surprise me that we're going backwards.
Exactly. Isn't that the truth?
yeah, wait till they take the book out of the library and burn it.
These people are crazy.
Yeah, my friend Sandy's daughters are going to see Phantom of the Opera tomorrow night,
Great.
the movie.
Oh yeah, there's a movie, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I saw the original one on Broadway
Me too.
and yeah, with Andrew Lloyd Webber and
Yeah, it was great.
yeah. And and Batman opened the same day, and we bought Batman t-shirts and wore them to Phantom. And
Oh,
that
that's
back
awesome.
then, everybody got dressed up to go to the theater. So Mary and I were the only two people wearing Batman t-shirts.
Oh my gosh, that's
And
great.
people kept coming up to us. Oh, I saw your husband or your wife over there.
That's great.
But I'm going to another concert tomorrow night. Actually, it's going to be interesting. It's Melvin Seals, who used to play organ with Jerry Garcia.
Yeah.
And my friend Eric And Dave, the bass player, they're opening. They asked them to open for them tomorrow night.
That's cool. So you know the opening act.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know them personally.
That's always fun.
Hmm.
So is everyone done for the season doing art shows?
There is no season. It just year round.
Yeah, it keeps going.
That's true.
Nah, people say that, but it's like, or like they
Depends
go,
on where you live and how far you want to travel.
or yeah, people go,
Right.
no, I'm now applying for next year's season. No, if you were start next year's season, the applications were due in September.
Well, that's for Florida.
Well, it's for anywhere.
No, no, the Midwest shows like Cherry Creek
Yeah, that's different. In between that is
and Fort
Texas.
Worth. The April shows in Texas.
Texas, yeah. Texas and South Carolina, Artisphere. I'm only playing to the good shows. I'm not doing any of the low level shows. If I don't get in, I don't get in. Hey, there's Court. Hey, Court, how you doing?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm dealing with recurring sinus issues.
Oh, yeah.
Allergy season.
Oh, yeah. It's fall hay fever season.
That's right.
Well, these started in the spring and haven't given up yet.
Really? See, I get it for a week in the spring and a week in the fall. So, but in between, I'm fine.
San Diego is year round.
I'm gonna bug Oscar.
He's probably waiting on his van. That's the last I heard from him.
He's not answering the phone.
Oh.
He just doesn't want to talk to you, Barry. Let's face it.
Are you kidding? He calls me every day.
What does he call you?
Whatever he wants, actually.
I'm going to dig through a bunch of old stuff. I'm doing a couple craft fairs at a couple local churches, so I think I'm going to dig through old stuff and price it cheap, see if I can get rid of it and make a little money.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got one of those coming
sounds
up in
good.
November at the Shriners. I'm just gonna put two two boxes of prints on a table and sit behind it and see if I can sell something.
You know, I made mugs, and a friend of mine sold them at the farmers market, the 4 hours of the farmers market every week, and then he brought me cash, and I sold every single one of them. I wanted to make more, but I didn't have time. I was gone.
What do you like making mugs?
I actually do,
Well, then
even though
make
it's
them.
repetitive and I haven't really I haven't done much, so I don't really have a style. It's just a cylinder with a handle on it. Um, and
Well, if you
and it's
like making them, make them.
I know, but it's going to take me a while to get my own style, to have them look the way I want them to look. It's just a matter of repeating it,
Yeah.
and trying things out and seeing how I like the way it looks. But it's an easy sell. And hey, they're going for like, I saw them this week for $65 for mugs. That's like, you
That's
know,
pretty good.
yeah. And they sell. Mine were cheap, but But on the other hand, I didn't like any of them. I didn't like how they
Well,
were.
that's the learning curve
Well,
price.
That's
make
right.
them make them in raku so there are holes in them.
Raku clay is porous. So if I made them out of that, then you'd pour the coffee in the mug, walk away, come back 5 minutes later, and it would be all gone because the coffee would be absorbed into the walls of the clay. So
Can't you put a
it wouldn't
clear
work very well.
liner in there?
Then that's even more. So that's an even bigger problem. No, it's just better to make them out of something that's actually functional. I mean, that actually
Yeah.
works.
Stoneware.
And throwing raku is the raku clay. It's called short. It's not as plastic as regular. The clay you would use. So it's easier to throw the cone six clay. Well, it's all easy, but they're thinner. I like them thin, so you can pick them up. It's a different animal when you have to start thinking about function, like how they function, like little things like dripping, like you put it up to your lips and it drips. You got to make them so they don't drip.
Well, you also need to make some with a mustache guard across the top, and then dribble ones with a little hole right below the lip.
You can send me the design. Um, you know what I did put on there though, like a thumb thing. There's a thing that goes, so you can
Yeah.
hold it. It's good for your thumb. I just thought I could just whip them off and then glaze them, like I know what I'm doing. And it turns out every glaze has its own set of properties. So some go on good thin, some go on good medium, some go on thick. And not having done it, not understanding the glazes like I do with the raku. Apparently, I needed some, I need some experimenting because they didn't come out exactly the way I wanted them. I did have a few, and they were great. Now, if I could do them all like this, I'd be real happy.
The ones you didn't like, can you reglaze and refire?
I could, but that's also tricky because when you put the glaze on the second time, it'll run off and ruin the shelves. So I'd rather not do that. Besides, I sold them all. So I sold even the crummy ones. So or like okay, I think they were crummy. So apparently the people that bought it didn't think so, but so the next batch, they should be a lot better than the first batch. Which could be any moment now. When I go back to making pots again. I haven't made anything since July.
So did you keep any notes on which glaze went which way?
No,
Jesus, Barry.
I never do. Some people like write down every little detail, but I'm not one of them. I just rather learn it, you know. It's my style, I guess. But hey, I got to come up with good stuff because I'm all those, all those shows that rejected me in the past using Larry's images. I said, when I applied to like the Spring Florida shows, I said, no, these are good images. I'm using them, and if they don't like it, well, that's their problem. And this year I got into the same shows that I got rejected from. So it's just how it works. It depends on who the judges are.
Oh well.
I know.
Yeah, I saw the judges for one show and it was Quite an interesting mix of judges.
Are you being polite?
I'm being, yes, I'm being politically correct.
Okay. I totally understand what you're saying. And that's what I was telling Oscar, you know. Oscar, those pieces, Oscar got rejected from a couple of shows that he wanted to do, and he's really unhappy because he listened to me and Camille, and you know he did something on our last
Mock.
mock jury evaluation, and you know I thought he did two sets of slides, and I liked he used the ones that me and Camille recommended, and those are the ones he got rejected from shows with those images. And listen, they're still the best images. I don't care what anybody says. They're still really good. So he's a little unhappy.
Yeah,
In
this will
fact,
be the last time he listens to you about anything.
that's what he said. And I said, "Why are you listening to me? I don't know anything. I just talk. What do I know, you know?" He should listen to himself. See, that's the thing. I never listen to anybody else. Or if I listen to them, I still do I do what I want to do. You have to. You have to, you know, you're the only one that knows, you know, what how your work is good. I mean, sometimes you want to hear from other people because you want a perspective. But and ultimately you just have to you have to believe in yourself. You would know that, Court. I mean, you're doing something that's out, you know, kind of out there a little, and it's going to take people a little, you know, it's a risk because it's not your everyday, what I did on my summer vacation photographs. And you know, it's great. They're great.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It's a little, I'll have a better idea next month.
Yeah.
There's a couple of Etsy links there, that are Barry.
I'm into,
Those
you
are
know,
mustache type mugs.
that's funny. I'm planning on doing an Etsy thing, but first I need to make the mugs because
Yeah.
make the pieces, you know. Hell, if I could sell them at a flea market, or not a flea market, at a farmer's market, should be able to sell them on Etsy.
Well, especially right now because people are looking for gifts.
Yeah. I like the idea of getting 50, 55 bucks, $60 for a mug. I can't believe that. Well, I'm happy about that, you know.
And I'll see how I do. I've got to go. My first one's this weekend, so I've got to go dig a bunch of stuff out.
Yeah.
Trying to decide what I'm gonna do, or if I'm even gonna hang any framed prints. Might just take a couple tables and I think have an easel, or I'll find a way to prop up one frame print, and that's it.
Yeah. It's nice when you have old stuff that you want to get rid of, you'll take anything for it within reason.
Yeah.
So when I called Oscar, it immediately went to voicemail. So apparently he's anticipating somebody calling him. He might be hanging stuff too.
What happened to his van?
Transmission
Transmission. Yeah.
Oh,
transmission died on the freeway in Chicago.
Yeah,
crap.
yeah,
And he
that's a
borrowed
horror
his
story.
sister's car and it died.
Yeah, he had a really bad luck for a week. His van and then his sister's car that he
Oh
borrowed
my gosh.
all in the same week.
What kind of van does he have?
A ProMaster.
Okay.
You know, a friend of mine just bought a transit van, a brand new transit van,
Yeah.
extra long. And he must have all the bells and whistles because it was 85,000.
Wow. A brand new one? Holy
Yeah.
cow.
Well, he also he's not one to go looking for a bargain. So, you
Okay.
know,
Is it tall?
I think it's a middle, the middle range. I don't think it's extra tall, but I know it's extra long. Extended, extended. Leave me alone.
Yeah, the it doesn't take much to get up there, Barry. I priced one out just for because I was bored. I kind
Yeah.
of priced one out. Yeah, I mean, just the short base model, I think the cheapest full size one you can buy starts at like 45.
Yeah. It went way up. I mean, in only 2 years, or maybe even just this year, because of the tariffs, they priced the tariffs, the anticipation of what they're gonna pay. And they also announced last time that it was record highs. I mean, record profits. So how they can charge all that money and then on top of it say, oh yeah, we're making record profits.
They don't care.
I know they don't care.
As long as they make money for the shareholders.
That's all they care about.
Well, themselves too, because they can pay themselves large bonuses.
Correct.
Oh, that's what we're doing wrong. We need to pay ourselves large bonuses.
We need to demand that shows that charge a gate fee give a portion of it to us.
I think
Or
this is what I think.
zero booth fee if there's a gate fee.
Well, okay, you can't do that. You have to give it back at the end.
Yeah, nobody shows up. If you don't charge, nobody shows up.
Yeah. They take in X amount of dollars and give us a cut. Like every other industry, entertainment industry, if you can call us entertainment, lack of a better word.
See, well, I want to be like the farmers. Since the economy's trashed all our sales for this year and probably next year, I think we should be like the farmers and get a bailout.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were a farmer in Venezuela.
I don't,
Argentina.
Oh, Argentina, right.
Or a rancher in Argentina.
They're the ones that are getting all the money.
Yeah, from our government.
That's right.
What a ripoff that is.
Venezuela's not
They've
getting
been doing
anything
that.
from this.
Gosh, how many decades
They're
have they
getting
been giving
their
money away?
fishermen shot down by U.S.
That's
military.
Yeah, wouldn't that be fun? You're out there with your fishing boat and
Yeah,
they
they've done
mistake you for
five of them already. Done that to five of them. The admiral in charge of that district resigned, and it sounds like a few more are thinking about it.
I guess it's good for the psychiatrists that have to deal with the guilt that these guys are going to have,
Hmm.
like killing innocent people.
Nope, I just thought if the farmers get bailouts, we should too.
Yep.
Are they getting bailouts here though?
Not yet.
No, they're going into bankruptcy.
Yeah, because the countries where they sold their surplus or where they, export,
Well,
they're not buying anything
right.
as a result of as a retaliatory thing.
Yeah, China was a big importer of soybeans, and they're importing zero soybeans from the U.S.
Yeah.
So my doctor's kind of, it's about a half-hour drive for me, and on the way back I went through uh the countryside, and yep, there's still a lot of soybeans sitting in the field right now.
Can they sell them here?
Not at that quantity.
Not in the quantities that China buys them.
China's buying from Argentina and Brazil.
And China just canceled all their U.S. beef purchases and said they're going to buy beef from Brazil. And part of the
Yeah.
money the U.S. is sending to the Brazil is to prop up their beef production.
What a country.
Tyson just laid off like 800 people in Emporia, Kansas, because they're shutting down one of their beef packing plants.
Hey, this is just a start.
Well, the other problem is the beef packing plant, the big one in Southwest Kansas, probably isn't going to be able to find anybody to work there after ICE raids it a few times. And the feed yards and a few other places. I'd say half the people in Southwest Kansas are of Hispanic descent. And
Well,
there's actually one county where um they are actually the majority, I think. You making Christmas ornaments, Katie?
Halloween, actually. There we go. I don't know if you can see that.
I can see it.
Skull. This was a Christmas one.
I don't know if my hands could do that fine of work anymore.
Well, I'm probably older than you. It's just, you keep doing it.
Well, I've had surgery on both thumbs.
Oh, okay. Well, that might interfere.
What did they do to your thumbs, Court?
It was the joint at the very base of the thumb.
The joint?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did that to me. They took the tendon there's a spare tendon in your forearm.
Yep.
They bring the tendon up to your thumb, and the tendon and scar tissue create a new joint.
Yep. That's what they did on one hand. On the other hand, the doctor decided he wanted to make a little extra cash.
Oh boy.
So he put in a spacer and fused the middle thumb joint.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding me.
Nope.
Wow.
So the base of my thumb moves, the end of my thumb moves, but that joint that's basically right where your thumb joins the palm
Yep.
is fused.
That's fused. Wow. Well, I had my right hand done. I was supposed to have the left hand done too, but I'm gonna wait till next year.
They did my left hand first, because the doctor said it is common for the non-dominant hand to have problems first because you use it steadying holding the work that you're doing with the right hand.
That's exactly what I have. I have bone on bone arthritis in my left hand, but I'm right-handed. The same thing. But because I had the right hand issue too, I wanted to get that one done first. Yeah.
I still had a little bit of I wasn't quite bone on bone in my right hand.
Okay.
And the surgeon was kind of a jerk because he literally didn't tell me until after he did surgery that he was moving out of town.
No kidding.
Yeah. So yeah, I wasn't real happy about that, but I think he did a better job. Of course, that hand was also in a cast for uh 8 weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
Not a splint like the other one was, but a full
Oh,
blown
full cast.
cast. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was a long 4-month recovery on my thumb surgery.
Well, I was having problems with mine, and then I just kind of quit doing the exercises. And my wife, I saw this thing. It's about the size of a softball, but it is I don't know, 12 sided chunk of wood with a screw hole in each side. And then it has, the handholds they use on climbing walls.
Oh yeah.
It has miniature ones of those that you can screw into various spots on this thing.
Oh, okay.
And it's heavy. And so then you just sit there and roll it around in your hand and, hold it by 2 fingers, hold it upside down and try and move from, one set of holds to another and roll this thing around.
Okay.
And that has done just sitting there watching TV, just playing with that till one hand
Just
gets
playing.
tired,
Yeah.
then going to the other hand with it and going back and forth a couple times has done more because I can sit there and do it without thinking, and it's not just exercising one set of muscles.
Right. Right.
So
And I don't have to count. Okay, how many times did I squeeze this or stretch this apart?
Right. Right.
really.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
So Roy, turn on your video.
Oh. Where is it? Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Here I am,
There
delivering
you go.
mail. Delivering mail.
Really?
Yeah.
So they haven't laid you off yet.
30 years. Oh, we'll never get laid off. They won't lay us off. We're an essential
Post office
personnel.
is, private, supposedly.
Well, I
It's a
kind of wish they would go
.com.
private. You know what? Let me tell you, 30 years in this business, I wish they would privatize it because then we could get rid of some of the dead weight of the people who are, number one, they haven't stepped foot in our office in over a year and a half because, quote, they're disabled. Yeah, I've seen that game before. But I mean, there's and you just can't fire anybody. I mean, you really just can't fire anybody because the unions protect a lot of people. I think if we went to a real, true, merit-based organization, some of these people would never have a job. I'll tell you a story real quick, okay? So, there's it's a detail that career employees can do. It's called a 204B. It's pretending to be a supervisor. You have all the responsibility of a supervisor, but you don't have the authority of a supervisor. So you can't fire anybody. You can't really send anybody home or anything like that. So when I was 204 being 10 years ago, we had a carrier who was a city carrier who was so bad the neighborhood that she delivered to created a Facebook page on just how horrible she was. This is how horrible she was.
I love it. Yeah.
So she came to the door to deliver a package to a woman. Now this is a very nice neighborhood. These houses are 1.2 and up. I mean, $1 million home, amazing neighborhood. And she went to the door. She was delivering a package to the door. The lady opened up the door and said, "Oh, I'm so glad I caught you. I have this letter to mail. Can you please mail it for me?" And the carrier said, "No, you'll have to put it in the mailbox behind the house." So she wouldn't take the letter from the customer because it wasn't in the mailbox. And that person is now my supervisor.
Hey,
Yeah.
so after she put the letter in the mailbox, did the person that said no go to the mailbox and take it out of the mailbox?
The next day she did.
Unbelievable.
Oh yeah, baby. That's the way she rolled. And now that woman is my supervisor.
Well, Roy, I'm in between two towns, and the town I don't get my mail from, we have a post office box there. My wife and I both do.
Yep.
And they basically it's a substation now from a different town. And so all the mail for a PO box, instead of sending it down special, it just goes with a regular carrier, and he gets it there when he gets it there.
Wow.
And he likes to they may have changed it, but he used to brag about getting it there late.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm 64 years old, and I remember my dad. I'm living in Manhattan. My dad tells me, "Listen, post office, subway, MTA, sanitation, fire department, waterworks, any one of those government jobs, that's your golden ticket. That's a job that you will have for life." And I remember my dad saying that. And we get these people now that come in the post office. Now, this is a hard job, especially when you're a substitute carrier, when you're first starting out, and you really don't have, yeah, I mean, it's like drinking from a fire hose. There's so much work because we're so shorthanded that these substitutes, they can't see the long game. They don't understand that this is not a job. This is a career. This is a place where you come in, you do your time. Yeah, you work like a bandit, but you're making $27 an hour. Anything after 40 hours is overtime, time and a half. And these carriers are doing 50, 60 hours, sometimes 70 hours a week. Yeah. You basically have no life. I had no life when I started 30 years ago. I did the same thing. But when you become a career employee like I am, I do one route, my route. It's my responsibility. These are my customers. And I have a job for life. I have a pension. I have a great 401k plan, which is the thrift savings plan that government employees and military have. And if I'm lucky, I'll have Social Security when I retire. But I mean, I put 3 kids through college in it. My wife was a homeschooled our kids right to college. And I mean, it's been the vacations we've been on as a one income family. It's just been remarkable how wonderful this job is. But this generation, these 20, 30-year-olds, they come in and it's like, "Oh, this is too hard, man. I don't want to do this kind of work." And I'm like, well, then you're not going to be able to work,
Anywhere.
anywhere. Exactly.
This is
They,
this is the thing I was talking about, Roy.
let's see it. Oh yeah, I see that.
And then see the screws, all the pieces
Yeah.
come separately, so you can actually, if you want to design your own little thing, and some of them, like this orange one right there, is
Yep.
is smooth, but then it's got some that are sharp and some that are easy to, like this one,
Yeah.
that you can, easily. But
Pinch. Yeah.
yeah, but so you just do this with it and hold it kind of upside down, or you can hold it like this, but hold it upside down and just kind of move between these different holds. And believe me, it's a workout. It's better than any of the exercises that I've done.
That I'm going to look for one of those.
I'll find out.
Absolutely.
I saw it online. It's the little plastic pieces are 3D
Yeah.
printed.
Oh, okay. That's really nice. That's a nice piece. I like that.
And it's heavy. It's like a pound or so.
Okay.
So you turn it upside down, you've got to have a good grip on it.
I tell you, my right hand um is so much more is so improved now, but my left hand, man, that thing gives me a headache. Um, Especially when it's cold or damp, because it hadn't been operated on, but it's just sometimes it's just so achy right there, right here in the joint. Right. Oh
Yep.
my gosh. I sit there and I rub it and it's like, yeah, that sucks. Getting old sucks.
You're not even old.
I know.
Try being old.
Yeah, well, Barry.
It does suck. Actually, when you get old, you get really cranky doing these art fairs, and then and people come to talk to you, you give them a hard time.
My wife just turned 70 on Thursday, on the 16th, and we went to Helen, Georgia for her birthday. Now that was a fun trip. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. And we did the Wiener Schnitzel, and there's a venue. It's called the oh, I don't know. Anyway, it's like it's like the Elks Lodge but lit. It was amazing. A lot of fun. Yeah. So she turned 70, and we two of my three kids were able to go, but it was a great little getaway. I recommend it. At least do it once. Got to do it at least once. Well, we applied for Gasparilla, didn't get in. We applied for Coconut Grove, didn't get in. We're waiting to hear from New Smyrna. We're waiting to hear from. I don't think New Smyrna is closed. Waiting to hear from Artisphere and something else we applied to. I can't remember.
I've got to shuffle some money around and pay for Brookside and Cherry Creek.
Are you
Nice.
automatic?
What's that?
Are you automatic in?
No. Shuffle some money around in from my personal account to the business account to pay for the application fees.
Oh, the app fees.
Did anybody get a postcard from Cherry Creek?
Nope.
Mhm. I might have, but I haven't been to the post office. I haven't been to my post office box in about
Uh,
3 weeks. When did it come in?
Yesterday or day before.
Yeah, I usually get them. I have it, I have it in my on my Zap application. I start the application so that I can see when it's due, so I don't forget. So I have it queued.
So yeah, St. Louis and Plaza are back to back this year,
I saw
next
that.
year. Hurts my local show, which is typically the weekend in between.
Yeah, I read that also. I saw you said that. I'm feeling really positive. This is my year to get into everything that I want to.
So
Yeah, me too.
I'm debating on whether or not I should apply to Four Bridges, but it's a long way to go, and I don't want to try and do. I've already applied to doubled up for that weekend. I don't want to apply for 3 shows for one weekend.
That's
I
the one
know.
in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
I was told it's not a good show for abstract.
You you can hang out with you can stay with Roy.
Well, we'll see if we get into Artisphere. That would be a fun show to do. It's only
It's my
3 hours
favorite
away.
show of all time.
I tell you, it's only 3 hours away, and we've applied twice and haven't gotten in. So, and I mean, it's like,
Many people have applied way more times than you, and they've
oh,
never
I know.
gotten in.
Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, yeah.
I've also got to do I got application for um to be a Kansas touring artist.
Ah,
Well,
Where people.
to get listed on the Kansas touring artist roster.
So, do you travel? Are you the one that tours, or did they come to you?
No, you list what you have to teach or show.
Hmm.
They really want you to do both. And then if you're accepted, you're put on the list and you submit your prices. And then local groups can bring you in. They can also apply for grants to help cover the cost of bringing you in.
that's really nice.
So go in and teach and do some project or, whatever for a day or a weekend or however long they want to pay you.
Hmm. And they pay you to teach. It isn't like a volunteer thing.
No, this is paid.
That's good.
The couple that I looked at, I didn't look at very many, but most of them were 100 or a little over $100 an hour for prep and time on site.
That's excellent.
So not something you do all the time, but you know, a few times a year would be nice.
That's a nice little gig.
But it's not really an application to fill out. They tell you what they want, and then I've got to, you know, I haven't had a resume in I don't know how long, so that's one of the things I have to come up with. So I'll see.
Ford, have you done Four Bridges before?
No, I haven't. I taught a 1 day class down there
I,
for
re-
AVA that puts on Four Bridges.
I remember you did the emerging artist.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Court, you applying to any Texas events?
Uh, I would have applied to a couple more, but everything seems to be, for some reason, everything's all on the same weekend. Everything's on the same weekend as Fort Worth.
Like,
Well, Woodlands is the weekend before.
yeah, Woodlands and
I'm not sure when Lubbock is. I was thinking about doing maybe Lubbock. Um,
What about the one that I can never remember the name of it?
I don't know about any. I don't know about any other ones in Fort Worth that are early in the year or in Texas early in the year.
Yeah. Isn't Lubbock like the third week in April?
Which one?
Lubbock,
Yeah, Lubbock's typically the weekend right before Fort Worth.
right. Or right after Fort Worth.
Usually before.
I think, isn't Cottonwood the week after Fort Worth?
Might be, I don't know.
I did Lubbock once, long time ago.
I
It,
can get
it,
a, all I have to do is make a phone call and I have a booth at Lubbock.
yeah, it was between Fort Worth and Oklahoma City, but it was like a 10-hour drive each way.
2 day trip for us.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma City and Fort Worth are a week apart.
They are. They always are.
And typically Lubbock, Oklahoma City, Woodlands, Four Bridges are all the weekend before Fort Worth. Um, this year and next year, most of them are the same weekend as. Well, part of them are the same weekend as, some of them are the weekend before.
Is the Woodlands done already? Passed? The activity?
Um, I can tell you just a minute.
South Lake is the one I was thinking of.
Okay.
I think that's the same weekend as Fort Worth, or maybe the weekend after. Yeah, so last year, um, I got accepted to Cottonwood, was on the wait list for South Lake and got rejected from Fort Worth. And I would have gone to Cottonwood if I could have had one of the other two, like South Lake. And I begged them to tell me, I was on the wait list. I was begging them to tell me, do I have a chance or not? And I didn't hear from them. So I ended up not doing Cottonwood.
Yeah, the deadline for Woodlands is passed.
Yeah, it was last week or the weekend after.
Deadline for Four Bridges is the Halloween the 31st.
Yeah. We applied last year, didn't get in. Be a close show for us. I don't know. I'll talk to Marianne, see if she wants to do it.
I'm really impressed with the group that puts it on. I mean, they paid to bring me down there for their emerging artists. They basically do a show for new artists. They have a fall show that is just for local artists.
Nice. Yeah, well, we'll see what they do. We'll see what happens.
Well, it's interesting. I was up there talking about emerging artists and talking about photographing artwork. And she goes, "Oh yeah, we have a studio. The local arts group that puts on Four Bridges has a photo studio and hires a college student to help them photograph their artwork."
Wow, that's nice.
I forget
Sort
there are
of.
a couple other things they did that I thought were just great that they do for emerging artists.
Oh, good.
That's
Then in
pretty
a,
nice.
then in addition to they also have a small gallery. So they also, in addition to the shows, they do, they have shows in their gallery.
I
Chattanooga was
can't.
interesting. Chattanooga was an interesting little town. I'd like to go back there and spend a little more time. It's
Never been there. I
the
lived
area
outside of Chattanooga.
the area that I was in was near downtown, and they're renovating the downtown area, but it's kind of this it's like they're starting and the renovation's growing outward. And I was on the other side of the interstate from the area that's been renovated. And so you can go, I mean, literally cross the street and go from a really nice newer area to area that's kind of rough.
Trying to bring it back, huh?
Then the fun part for me was on the way home. I made a detour by the lodge factory and factory store.
Oh, nice. Pick up some cast iron?
I did. They have factory seconds real cheap.
No kidding. Where's that located?
South Pittsburgh, Tennessee,
Nice.
about half an hour from downtown Chattanooga,
Okay.
about 10 or 15 minutes off the interstate. If you're coming in from the north,
Okay.
it's it 24 or something, 24, I think. I don't remember the highway, but fairly new store. They have a museum. Uh, cost to go. I didn't go through the museum because it cost. But they have all the new stuff, which is pricey, but then they've got a section of seconds. So, like if you need lids or things like that, if you're thinking about going down there, make a list of the sizes of lids and stuff that you need.
Okay.
They have these like big kind of bins, like 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot deep bins of different, like skillets and things like that.
Very cool. We found a Blackstone grill on the side of the road. And it's the only thing that's wrong with it is that the top needs to be refinished. So I went on YouTube to figure out how to refinish it. It is just amazing. That thing, I love cooking on that thing.
I have a small one that I got before Blackstone was really big.
Yep.
Um, First year I worked at Target, um, this was the display model and they were closing them out. And I got it like, I don't know, maybe for 60, 70% off.
Nice.
And it's a small one, but I'm gonna have to see if I can change the burner under it because it does not get hot enough.
Yeah, I looked at the burners. The burners were in good shape. Everything was in good shape except, and then we found a top that fits on top of it on the road in a completely different neighborhood. So now I have the grill and the top.
Hey guys, it's after 5.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see everybody later.
Everybody
yeah.
enjoy the week.
I'll catch you next week. I'll be around.
Bye.
Me too.
Bye,
Later.
guys.
All right. Bye.